Good afternoon, everybody. It's Songspiration. Woohoo! We're here at the First United Methodist Church in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and we've been doing this for you all since we started our quarantine. And speaking of, they're going to be, oh, I'm tangled up in my ear monitor here. 1 second. Okay, there are going to be people joining us in service on Sunday morning, and we're so excited about that we're going to be seeing some of your faces in person. If you've been checking your communications, and I think, have we posted that video already? Okay, great. So also they've an instructional video for us all to kind of help us meander through the process of everything that we're going to have going on Sunday morning. But that information is out there for you. We've suggested that you come by, alphabetized and at certain time slots. There's a guide there available for you to help us maneuver through that. Very, very important time for us. VBS.
Woohoo! VBS.
It's summertime, and so we're still under certain restrictions, so we've come up with something else for you all to experience VBS. You may have seen on the news that some of these companies have been doing digital summer camps, online summer camps, where they involve the camp counselors, and you create your sort of own camp experience, okay? And you can share that with everyone. Well, we're going to do something similar here with our VBS, and Allison is our youth director, and she's going to tell us a little bit about that.
So we are going to have VBS, but it's going to be from your home. And after service on Sunday, you're going to be able to pick up a bag that have all the tools you need to join us each week for VBS. And we will have VBS starting this Wednesday from your home at 10 o'clock online, and it will be 5 weeks. If you're unable to come to church on Sunday and you need a bag, you can call the church office and we will get you hooked up, and we cannot wait for VBS.
Right. Okay, I'm sort of disappointed that I won't see all the hundreds of kids running around in here like I have for the last 6 or more years. I don't know how long I've been here. But we're excited that we're able to offer that to you all in a different way. So, another exciting thing that we all love here is Soundtrack of Our Lives. Woohoo! It's one of my favorite sermon series of Brother Weldon's. And he's, what's the word I'm looking for? Artists do this when they're, when they're at the museum and they're making their collection together.
Their album?
No, like painters and stuff. Curated.
Oh, curated.
He's curated a very nice list of songs, okay, for the Soundtrack of Our Lives series. Some of us went to college up here, but okay. But such great songs. And guess what? We're extending the series, so we're going to have about 3 months of this. Great songs, great topics. He sent out an email to let us know what that's all going to be about, and we're excited about that. So we're going to see you Sunday as we're lifting some of these COVID restrictions. You can pick up your VBS packages and get geared up and ready for Soundtrack of Our Lives. Tyler's with us today. Tyler Reed, you ready to go? Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. Oh, that's a time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you smile. Oh, woohoo! Love that song. You know, earlier today, I was speaking with Tyler about the set list for today. And he mentioned to me that Charlie Chaplin wrote this song, yeah. Smile. Had no idea. I remember watching a movie about him, but you know, when you're talking about someone's life, it's kind of hard to include every little detail. But he wrote the music and the words for the song and such. It makes me laugh, though, thinking about him writing a song like this.
Yes. Because
he doesn't offer any advice but to smile. You know, and he was in silent films, even though I know he did try to make a career going into the movies. You know, he was good at what he did. And thanks, Charlie. Thanks for writing that song. It's 2020, and it's still a great song to sing. All right, what do we have next?
I think it's You Got a Friend.
Woo! Wait, You Got a Friend or You Got a Friend of Me?
I think it's You Got a Friend.
Okay. Another great American songwriter, Carole King, wrote this song, and it's definitely stayed a valuable song throughout the generations. Lots of people have covered this song. And today, guess who's covering it? Tony James, Allison, and Tyler. Okay? Bam. Let's go for it. When you're down and troubled and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest hour. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. You got a friend. You got a friend.
If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind, it begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll be knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will, to see you again. And it doesn't matter when, winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? So cold. They'll hurt you
take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them.
Oh, don't let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running.
Oh, yeah.
To see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there.
Oh, yes, I will. You've got a friend.
You got a friend, yeah.
You've got a friend.
You got a friend.
You've got a friend.
Love that song. That's from Carole King, one of our treasures as far as songwriting is concerned. You know, Allison, my career in music has been very fluid over the years, but it's definitely how I started out as a songwriter before anything else. And those years were interesting, you know, trying to express other people's ideas and emotions through song. And I definitely feel that, you know, as artists, whatever kind of art you do, whether you're a painter, you're a singer, a dancer, a writer, that we have a responsibility. We are the recorders of history. We are the, you know, the voices of the people.
Truth tellers.
We are the truth tellers. We really are. And especially in song, it's very reflective of the world we live in or the world that those people lived in. You know, for Charlie Chaplin to write a song about those hard times, you know, you know, what's the use in crying? I mean, people have been having trouble since the dawn of time, okay? Yes. There's always going to be trouble, but we have each other, and people of faith, we have faith in God, and we should know that and rest in that and trust that, and that's what all of these songs are about today. Our recorders of history, the singers and songwriters that we've come to know over the years that took times to write songs that heal and speak to the people, or even sometimes just are a mirror of what's going on in the world. And so we're grateful for people like that telling the story. What do we have next? All of My Days?
All of My Days.
Oh, okay. Speaking of, this guy here, Mark Stevens, I did a little reading on him today. He's from the UK. He's from Australia. And he was a famous childhood star. He was, you know, an actor and a singer, okay? He was on one of these talent time shows with kids. I looked at the name. You know, it's just a general name of a talent show. But very popular, but he was also estranged from his own family. We know sometimes these things happens with these childhood stars and their lives can be turned upside down. He became addicted to drugs and alcohol. And one day a friend sees him and says, "What's up with your life? What are you doing?" And he says, "We're outside. Everyone knew him as a famous person and everything seemed fine. But it was going down the tubes for him." And he said right in that moment, he said, "I think I need God." And sometimes, you know, it takes us getting to that rock bottom. And the friend that was with him prayed with him. And he says that he instantly felt the presence of God. And a week later, he waited for the cravings and, you know, the withdrawal to kick in. And all these years later, he said it has never happened. Now, the thing, this is his testimony. And he wanted also to make clear that, you know, things don't just disappear overnight. But for him, what he was saying was that the power of God in his life was just more powerful than his desire for those things. It's not like it wasn't hard. I'm sure he still had work to do, probably went to therapy or meetings or the case was. But what it was for him was that he felt strong enough to go on without letting those things hold on to him, and also him holding on to his past. And I thought that was such a wonderful thing. And now he's a songwriter that everyone all over the world know these songs. He's a songwriter for Hillsong and other popular gospel music or Christian music artists. And we're going to sing one of his songs today, All of My Days. And it just gave these words new meaning to me.
Absolutely.
Because now he's declaring the goodness of God and the change that his life made, that was made for him. And these words are definitely reflective of, I'm sure, how he feels now.
Proclaim your awesome power and tell of mighty deeds. Declare your future kingdom of everlasting peace. And my eyes, they look unto you always, and I am captured by your majesty. All of my days I will sing of your greatness. All of my days I will speak of your grace. All of my days I will tell of your wondrous love. Your love in my life, your love.
All your work will praise you. Your children bless your name. We speak of all your goodness. We walk in fields of grace. And my eyes, they look unto you always. And I am captured by your majesty. All of my days I will sing of your greatness. All of my days I will sing of your grace. All of my days I will tell of your wondrous love. Your love in my life, your love. Oh, all of my days I will sing of your greatness. All of my days I will sing of your grace. All of my days I will tell of your wondrous love. It's your love in my life, your love, oh, your love in my life, your love.
Woohoo! You know, after reading about Mark Stevens today, I'll probably never sing these songs the same. And I might do that a little more often, start to really look into songwriters. Growing up, being a lover of music, I would always rush to open the CD to see who wrote the songs. That was my important thing, and it's the reason why I wanted to become a writer, you know what I mean? Or in the early days, I mean, it's all I've ever really wanted to do. I just remember thinking, oh gosh, what, you know, how do these people come up with this? What do they, you know, do to write these songs? Another great American songwriter of ours is one that, I mean, everyone knows this man, and if you don't know him, you know his music, whether you know it or not. His name is Randy Newman. And of course, we all know You Got a Friend in Me.
The kids definitely know
Right.
that one from Toy Story.
From Toy Story. But reading about him today, you know, he's done A Bug's Life, Monsters, Inc., James and the Giant Peach, The Princess and the Frog, Ragtime. awakenings, all sorts of things. But he's right composed the music for these cartoons, and it's just so amazing to me, like what people are capable of doing. You know what I mean? It's just amazing to me that humans can be such amazing
artists and and the creativity
right.
in people.
Right. Just thinking about, you can obviously get a sense of his style. I mean, when you listen to You Got a Friend in Me, and then you listen to Princess and the Frog.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
And then Ragtime the Musical, everyone, that was my senior year in high school. You know what I mean? That was
beautiful.
That was one of the, and as African American singer, definitely that show was amazing to me. You have all of these wonderful, amazing black actors and singers in this show, and it's important, to have that representation for them, because music isn't just pop music, rock music, white music, black music. It's music. It's American music. It's part of our culture. It's not really a particular differentiation that separates us, but definitely brings us together, because it's reflective of the different colors of America, the different flavors of America, the different styles of America,
the different stories,
and once again, that's what we're here for. We're telling these stories of the people. Let's hit it. Woohoo! Love this song. Thanks, Randy Newman. Woo!
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Oh, you got a friend in me. Oh, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. I've got troubles, you've got them too. There isn't anything I would do for you. We stick together and can't see it through, 'cause oh, you got a friend in me. Oh yeah, you got a friend in me.
Just remember what your old pal said, boy. You've got a friend in me. Oh, you've got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Oh, you got a friend in me. If you've got troubles, I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together and can see it through, 'cause you've got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me.
Some other folks might be a little smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, maybe. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you. And as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You've got a friend in me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a friend in me. Oh, you got a friend in me.
That song just makes me happy.
It is a very happy song. Oh, gosh. All right. Love that song. And isn't it good to know that you got a friend? You got me, Allison, Tyler. Okay. We feel like being friendly. No, okay. And that was Randy Newman. We got one more for you all, right?
Yes. In you.
Oh, yes. Let's see. Just want to make sure we covered everything. Just as a reminder, just in case you just are tuning in.
Services start back.
Yes. In the building, we're at 25% capacity, 73 seats. Right?
But we have overflow in Paxton Hall.
If we need it.
And there is a video that Reverend Weldon and Reverend Katie did that will tell you how we're going to proceed.
Right. And so all that information is there available for you. All right. And we're looking forward to seeing you all here. If your kids are participating in VBS, you can come after one of the service times, or when you're here, as you're exiting out, there will be something for you to take there. And there'll be other times just in case that you can come and get that. We'll be extending VBS for the month. So every week we'll have something different. It's going to go throughout the summer or for just this month.
5 weeks starting next Wednesday.
Okay, so that's June to July, June through July.
I think it's like the first week of July or second that we end.
All right. And so just keep watching out for that. It'll be available on Facebook and YouTube. You'll be able to check all of that out. We still are eager to be in touch with you all and communicate with you all. We miss seeing your faces. But Brother Weldon and Reverend Katie has also been reminding us constantly that worship is in our hearts. It doesn't matter where we are. People of God, you can pray, you can worship, you can feel God's presence wherever you find yourself. And it's very important that I stress that we know that us coming together, yes, there is a power there in us believing together and worshiping together and praising God together. The Bible says that when we gather, He'll be a God in the midst of whatever situation you're in. But that doesn't mean just in this house. It's in your home, in your temple, in your body, in your family, in your community. You can worship where you are and trust that God meets us there, okay? And this song is about that. It's where we find our peace. You can go ahead. Where we find our rest, our peace of mind, that sacred place, that safe place, and we find it in worship. And however you find your way to worship God, it can be through song, through prayer, through writing, through dancing, through helping someone in need. It doesn't matter. God made you particular. He made you special, made you different. There's something that only you can do. And if you don't go out and do it, someone's going to be missing out on God's love and such a blessing that you could be to them.
I put my hope in you, and I lay my life in the palm of your hands. I'm constantly drawn to you, oh Lord, in ways I can't comprehend. It's the creed, it's the Creator calling the created, the Maker beckoning the made, the bride finding what she's always waited for. When we find ourselves that day, oh God, and it's in you where the hungry feast at the table, the blind frozen by colors in view. Oh, the lame will dance, they'll dance, but they are able. Oh, and rest, oh Lord, in you. Oh, they find rest in you. Oh, it's no secret that we don't belong here. Those set apart by the grace of you. We look for the day when we go to a place where the old becomes brand new. Oh, in you, where the hungry feast at the table, the blind frozen by colors in view. The lame will dance, they'll dance, but they are able. Oh, and the weary find rest. Ah, the weary find rest in you.
All right. Thank y'all so much for having us each week doing this. It's Songspiration. I'm Tony James, the worship director here at the First United Methodist Church in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And we thank you so much for having us do this each week, inspiring you, singing songs that are inspirational, talking to you about the love of God and music. All right. It's what we love to do. God bless you. Have a good week. We'll see you this week. Peace.